Hello, everyone. This is Janelle Clue of Lojo Immigration, where we provide you with confidence and clarity with your immigration legal matters. All right, folks. So the topic of this video is the end of the COVID-related travel ban and the start of the vaccine requirement in order to enter the U.S. Okay, so as many of you, I'm sure, are aware, there has been a ban on travel to the United States for travelers from specific countries or parts of the world. So we're talking the United Kingdom, Ireland, China, Brazil, India, Iran, the Schengen area, as well as South Africa. Okay, so travel from these countries to the United States has been restricted due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Well, the White House has announced that starting November 8th, 2021, that travel ban is going to be lifted. However, in lieu of the travel ban, there will be a vaccine requirement, meaning that travelers, not only from those countries that I listed, but travelers from all countries must be fully vaccinated in order to enter the United States. And when I mean fully vaccinated, if it is a vaccine where only one shot, like for example Johnson & Johnson is required, then it's the one shot plus the requisite time after, okay, to make sure that you developed your resistance to the COVID-19 virus. If it is two vaccines, then you must have had both series, okay? And then also, I'm sure many of you are wondering, what vaccines, okay? Which vaccines are acceptable or not acceptable? And the White House, or excuse me, rather, it's the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control. So the White House said whatever CDC allows is what they're going with. And then CDC has announced that if a vaccine is approved by the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA here in the United States, or has a WHO, World Health Organization, emergency use authorization, then that vaccine will be acceptable. So that means, the three vaccines that have been authorized here by the FDA in the United States, that's the Pfizer, Moderna, as well as Johnson & Johnson, also known as Janssen vaccine. But as well, the WHO authorized vaccine, which is like the Oxford AstraZeneca, Covishield, as well as two of the Chinese vaccines, Sinopharm or Sinovac. Missing from this list of acceptable vaccines is the Russian vaccine, Sputnik 5. And that's because that vaccine has not yet received emergency use authorization by the WHO. It's not been approved by the FDA, so it's not going to be acceptable for travel to the US. Okay, so now in addition to these vaccine requirements, you also still need to show that you have a negative COVID test result within 3 days of boarding your flight. And some people are asking, what about exceptions? Okay, there are going to be limited exceptions. Certainly, there's an exception for children who are too young to be vaccinated. They won't be required to, obviously. And then also for individuals who have a compelling and urgent reason to come to the U.S. who have not yet been able to access the vaccine in their country before coming to the U.S. They will be allowed to come, but only as long as they agree to get vaccinated upon arrival in the U.S. Okay, so we hope this information has been helpful to you. Folks who are coming to the U.S. from abroad, maybe you've been anxiously waiting to be able to visit the U.S. for a long time now. So as long as you are vaccinated with one of these approved or acceptable vaccines, you will be able to come into the U.S. Starting November 8th, 2021. Okay? Thanks for watching this video. Bye.